Many people ask me the question why you have so many women in your program. And now I almost ask a reverse question. Why do the banks have so many men in their bank? Nobody asks that question. So lending money to women somehow seemed like a very unusual thing, that you become curious, that why you do that. And the normal thing to do is to give it to men. That's what we addressed, that's what we attacked. Why people have that kind of idea, that if you give it to men, it's okay. If you give it to women, terrible, it shouldn't be done that way. We raised that question in the beginning when we got involved in this back in the middle of the 70s. We said the conventional banks not only reject poor people from their services, they also reject women across the board. All kinds of women, rich, middle income, low income, all kinds of women. I even pointed out not even 1% of the borrowers of conventional banks happen to be women. I said that's a terrible, terrible thing to happen. So you must have something in your banking system, in your procedures, in your methodology, which quietly keep the women out of it. So when we began, we wanted to make sure half the borrowers in our program are women. And that's all we wanted to do. I thought that was the just thing to do. And it was difficult to achieve that because women over the years accumulated so much fear in dealing with institutions. They kept saying, no, don't give the money to me. Give it to my husband. He's the one who handles money. I don't know anything about money. So having a starting point like that, it's quite tough to reach out to many, many women to bring it to the level of 50-50. But we did. It took us 6 years to achieve that, but we got there. We never abandoned that idea of having 50-50 borrowers, men and women. But once we got there, we saw something very interesting, very amazing. It is that the money which went to the family through women brought so much more benefit to the family than the same amount of money going to the family through men. It's so obvious. Children benefits more if the mother is the borrower. Woman has a longer vision. She wants to go up to something. Men wanted to enjoy right away. Didn't pay much attention to other members of the family. So we changed our policy. We said if it's so good, if we have so much more impact for the same amount of money, then we should be doing more of it. Focus on women. Give priority to women. So we changed our policy of 50-50. We said now we focus on women. And as a result, gradually we moved from 50% to 60 to 70 and got to the 90%. Today, Grameen Bank in Bangladesh has nearly 7 million borrowers. 97% of them are women. And it works beautifully. When Grameen Bank started in Bangladesh, everybody said it can work in Bangladesh because there may be some cultural factors associated with it, religious factor associated with it. So it is something typical of Bangladesh only. It cannot be taken out of Bangladesh. And I was always saying, people are people. They're all alike all over the world. 98% is similarity among people. Only if we look for difference, it's only 2% difference. So don't blow up the difference part and forget about the 98% similarity part. And gradually people became interested. They want to try it out in other countries, one country after another, tried it and worked. And we were very happy because our position was justified. And then people said maybe it will work in poor countries, but no way it will work in the rich countries. Then it came to United States, and it worked here too. Now it's worked in rich countries in the United States, in Canada, in European countries like in France, in Norway, in England, and so many other countries. And of course, in all other countries in Asia and Africa and Latin America. So the idea has spread. Today one can almost safely say you will find it difficult to find a country which doesn't have microcredit programs or Grameen type programs. So it has gone everywhere. Well, if you had used the word, substituted the word microcredit by microcapital, you would have understood it right away. It is really microcapital. People need money to do things. It's a tool. It's a tool to enhance your income, enhance your productivity, enhance your energy, and so on. If you don't have money, you can't do anything. So it's just sit around, wait for somebody else to help you. But if you have the money, you start thinking how you can use the money to make more money. You know, you need a dollar to catch a dollar. If you don't have that first dollar, you never catch the next dollar. It's very simple. So nobody gives the first dollar to the poor people. So they never catch the next dollar and they stay where they are. What microcredit does, provides that first dollar, so that she can go and catch the next dollar and the next dollar and the next dollar and get out of poverty, that's all. They have all the energy, all the creativity inside of them. Simply, they cannot make use of it. The chemistry of using that energy needs that dollar in the first place. The financial institution just closed the door for them, so they don't get it. So they could get to the money lenders, the loan sharks, but the loan sharks, they make sure everything that you do, everything that you earn, goes to them, not to you. So you stay where you are. So there comes a microcredit. You do business with them. So you are not doing a favor. Nobody is doing a favor to you. You take money, pay them back, and you move on. So that's why I would say it's a tool. It's a very important weapon in fighting the battle of your life, and you do it very well at that.